Eventually the shock finally registered with me. A numb feeling spread through the center of my brain, and almost instantly, Nagito is dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend the reality yet.
Huh? What? What?
What's going on here?
Are you serious?
Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? I mean, it's Nagito, you know? That's right, it's Nagito. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead. Deep down I believed that when the killing finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected to be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. Couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievable abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape that truth. Even something as small as that.
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Don't tell me.
Then it's for real?
Hey!
Nagito's really dead.
Damn it.
It's not just that he's dead. The body discovery announcement was made. I mean, Nagito was killed. Killed.
That's right.
Plus it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? One of us killed Nagito. One of us killed him so brutally. Then it's going to start again. The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then,
Of course!
yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is.
Hey! Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave the island, right?
Shing!
The time of action is now. Well, I'm gonna give you a familiar moniker of fire.
Wait! Damn it!
Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the monocle file in such a cool way.
You stupid brother!
I can't stand it anymore.
Got it?
How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more, I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions.
Hey!
Say something.
What's this?
Now I remember who you are, you're Monami.
Hey!
You just now noticed?
Like...
Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. No fair, you're shutting up too.
Please wait!
We already had enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say something else that will confuse us.
Hey,
Let's begin. But
This is just...
in the end, we still have to do it right. As long as the killing happens. We can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it right. Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. That's the only way we can survive, right?
nice!
Looks like you kids are way more well behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me.
We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure you finish this right good this time.
This is kinda depressing.
Does that mean you guys are like, getting bored of this school trip?
Actually,
Don't worry, the end is near. The end.
what's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig. That's about to become bacon. You already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? When the time reaches 0 2 days from now, what will happen to us? The skilling school trip will be over.
Hey!
This will finally be over.
You serious?
That means we can go home.
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they're hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that.
So...
Once again.
It's the Monokuma file! Phew!
You guys need to find out who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all.
Do your best.
Wait! I won't forgive you!
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think we can go home, right?
But still.
I understand how you feel, but we need to we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it!
Even if we can go home, it'll be the end of us if we screw up here.
All right.
Let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However,
It's nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? Someone in this room killed Nagito. There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous case, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito. His death was so abnormally cruel. It wasn't just that, there was something more to it than that. Whatever it was, it struck me. It stuck inside me. First we need to look at the Monigama file. Victim is Nagito Kamaida. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monigama fleshy factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
huh?
Is there something wrong with this Monigama file? Again, what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in the stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on his thighs. A laceration on his left arm and his knife impaled through his right hand.
Yep.
It's definitely weird.
Hmm.
I guess I'll find out if I look around. Don't worry. Or don't worry or form conclusion on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. Guess you're right. Let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Current blocked most of the water in this area, which isn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagito's body. Never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. Probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Here we go. Monigama is dead. There's blood coming out of his stomach. Hey. No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding, I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that you're being produced at the factory? If you're just mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. You're a stuffed animal too. Don't put oversized garbage there, it's so misleading.
What the heck?
What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monigama's tricks? Why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with the blood. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you saying?
I had nothing to do with that.
You're so evil.
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like the plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem to have more piss than usual these days. One of me, but you better, you watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you to the very end.
I can't lose.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monigama's trick, then who did this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Right, never expecting Nagito out like this. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. Even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. Everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. Now isn't the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on investigating right now. I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Spear with flashy ornament on it is paled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
What's this? Such strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extending from the tip of the handle. There's an iron weight attached to it.
Phew.
So So you use the cord as a web to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the speeder. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the Spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey! Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at the Nezumi Castle.
What?
Nezumi Castle.
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you mice, damn you all to hell. See, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord's coming off the handle. Looks like that part has blood on it too. For some reason the section of the cord didn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that the section of the cord didn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier. Apparently the spear came from the Nezumi Castle. Might be better if I confirm that later. I guess I can't look at that. Both Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillar nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to Monica, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Doesn't that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, they also stabbed his legs?
Damn it!
At any rate, that's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Or they might have been torturing him.
Huh?
I mean, if they wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If we disregard the spear in the chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Even if this was the torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge toward Nagito.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. Even if they hold a grudge toward against him, will they really have gone this far? Knife is stabbed through Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Now that you mention it, you're right, it looks like a survival knife.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wound on his leg and left arm were caused by the same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's legs and left arm, he stabbed the knife through his right hand.
It cannot be.
They finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using the two weapons, a knife and a spear? They could have just stabbed him with a knife. Why did you need to use the spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use a spear, huh? Cut on his left arm. The legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. Probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to the other wounds. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound.
Super difficult.
And there's something strange.
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think the blood is from what his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it's definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered. That would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else that's strange. Why did it flip over and look at the back of his hand?
Well?
There's also blood, but only above the middle of the joint of each finger.
See?
It's just as I said, right? It's strange. I win. Yeah, sure, you win. Definitely strange. Why did the killer dude make the blood splatter like this? No. Oh wait. Okay, got that. Shit. No. Let's read that over again. Tied with rope, but the tip of the rope is burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? If the rope is burned off like this, why did Nagito's clothes compared completely unaffected by the fire when he was close to the blaze? I guess his face, yeah. Must have been in great pain. He clearly had his agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. What's this to keep Nagito from screaming for help?
This is bad.
What a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it. Doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Shaki moved past Kazuichi and me, squatted down next to Nagito's face. One swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off with his mouth. What are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey, hey, hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagito's face, it looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case.
Man.
She's not listening.
Hey.
About the blood splatter on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well?
The duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. What's wrong with that? I mean, Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got the wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back.
Yep.
You're right. It might be some kind of clue too, I should remember it. Okay, guess I'm done with the area. Can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. My classmate's dead body is right in front of me and one of my peers is the killer responsible. I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. This. The lighter. An oil lighter. That's why the curtains would have been hanging. If it also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone let go of them.
Which means?
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Did you think the killer set up some kind of trick with it?
You are right.
And the killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting the warehouse on fire. Cause of the fire to destroy evidence. It's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set a fire to the crime scene, but... Fire grenade, oh, okay. Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. Probably. The fire grenades we used to put out the fire. They weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial, then we can think about what will happen after. Okay. Tsubutari can't do anything except laughs. What do you have to say? She looks like she's in deep thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? There's something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about the sprinklers. One of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well?
You can see a girder right next to it right there.
See?
Can you see the red streak? You're right, I could definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling, a girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood. The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? But it's in a straight line. Or plus it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's very strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. You have anything to say?
Like...
When Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen?
That's obviously
This one, this
wrong.
field trip's gonna end, right? Carefree till the end. I mean, you don't think it'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey, shut up! Shut
Making us
up!
kill each other, you know what else what could be worse than that?
Damn it!
But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know, there's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. If we screw up here, it'll be the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know. You...
Don't bring up strange stuff like that. Okay. Is there nothing else here? It mattered for Gundam killing... It mattered for Gundam's killing it from Mikans, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What the time looks like the time doesn't matter. It is clearly written in the Monokuma file the time of the death was noon sharp. It was noon, what were we doing at that time? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. It also has a clock function. That means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently. He's totally fresh kill. Seems like a bad way to describe it. If that happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bomb? You're right, the fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. This could be like when Nekomaru died, the killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. The crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed some time to prepare. Whoever didn't have an alibi before he found the bomb is suspicious. None of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. That's the problem. Guess that's enough for investigating the area. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they would have gone to the trouble of tying him with a rope, covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wound other than a fatal one. What was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. And this is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. Why is this here?
Maybe...
It looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know that music that was blaring when the fire started? You're right. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking the music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with it, but why was this killer playing this from music from this? There's a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. Panel near the current in the back tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Why this scattered like this? The last time I came here I seem to recall. They should have been put away neatly. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess.
See?
Looks like they tipped over a panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? Maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is... I'll open it slowly. Not the problem. Yep. Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Compared to the others tipped over the panel, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally. That should be it. Okay. The box is here. All these CDs are copies of Monikuma's music. They should have been burned too. Okay. Books. A bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma poetry and photos. Not like I'm missing much. Let's talk with all of you. Oh, Sony's focused on investigating that warehouse. Remind me there's something I need to ask her about. pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body. I think it's time to talk to her. Do you have a minute? What is it? I want to talk to you about when the fake bomb Nagito said in the warehouse exploded. Right before it exploded, you said something like this. It's alright, it's not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching for the central island. When I called for you, you didn't come to the Ware factory right away. Where were you? And what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It's a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered the vast amount of bombs there.
Well?
At first I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and wanted to investigate them?
That is...
I suspected the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Because you were searching for them, we were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
Because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? You had attempted to use one of them.
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought I could use one of them to gain an entrance to the exact ancient room.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monami as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If the bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real, and I cannot stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. So then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I've explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Alright, pretty much finished looking for clues. I was able to find some clues, but there's still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. Military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle, Nagito's room. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others already finished investigating.
Can you hear me?
Guys, isn't it about time we leave the place and try exploring other areas too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I was just thinking of proceeding to another area. It seems you had the same idea.
Huh?
Is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we investigate all we can here. Guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece the incident together. So we need to search for them in another area. Alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas, you have to give up completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey!
It's okay if we leave this place. Then there's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we might need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's a reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Alright, first up, Plush Factory, because he talked about that in his list. What do you want to see in here? No, hey.
My,
I have never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into.
however...
While I was staring at all these Monikumas, a thought occurred to me.
Well?
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here.
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. You don't think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright!
Let's rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. If there was a bomb inside these, it wouldn't explode if we carelessly messed with them.
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. What the hell does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop, there's no bomb.
Hey,
You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you'll feel is soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You're right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain that bomb he used?
who knows?
If I'm gonna give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base.
What?
Tell you the truth, the bombs are all fakes.
Please wait!
I know that already, you should have said so earlier.
No.
I thought if I get quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing would gonna happen. That's why I'm just telling you from the first time. I'm relieved. If the bomb wasn't from the military base or the factory, then you brought it from the Octagon.
Well done.
And I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Break room, yes. Nothing on the floor that looks like a clue, not even trash. Alright. Apparently the bombs, yep. Truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it from there. There's nothing particularly catching my eye. Reminded me when I saw Nagito's video message on the laptop. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides the video, there might be data on the laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop. No use. No way I can examine this. If it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Well, that's basically it, huh? What else is near? The military base. Then we gotta go to Nezumi Castle, right? And then Nagito's room. Let's see. What's hiding in here? Bombs were over here, right? Huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuffed inside the truck bed. Found it. What do you find? The truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like this. Survival knife. It's not the same knife that was stabbed through Nagito's right hand.
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained the knife here.
All right.
The killer is someone who visited the military base at least once. That's everyone, though. Not me. This is the first time I've been here. That sounds fishy. It's empty, nothing's here. When I first came in, there was something on the truck, which means Tony was telling the truth.
However...
But did Nagito know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were a real thing. He said as much in his video. You're surprised you would think there was enough bombs to blow up an entire island. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Is that really it? Did Nagito only do that to expose the traitor? Maybe there's a different motive behind this action.
Man.
Down in the dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening.
Hey!
Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. Seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. Okay, that's basically it. Next up, Nezumi Castle. Just to confirm that we got that island, got that there's a weapon over there. Let's just fast travel. First island, second island. There we go. Let's go inside. How many were there? There was three or four. Oh, yep, one's missing.
Yo.
Look at the wall of spears. I guess it's obvious where the weapon came from. Yep. Spear with flashy ornament on it is hanging from the wall. Spear is definitely it, right?
I see.
Just as I thought. It looks exactly like the spear that killed Nagito. Same whip like cord is attached to the handle and there's a weight at the end of it.
Also,
Plus it looks like one of the spears in the wall is missing. There's no mistaking it. The killer took one of those spears and used it as a weapon. Spear of Gunyer, huh? But Monica would totally come up with a lame name like that. Why'd the killer use that as a spear?
well, yeah.
A knife. Yeah, the kid had just killed him with a knife and it would have been easier too. There's no way a spear like this would, with that unnecessary cord thing, would be easy to use. Definitely looks hard to wield. Still, they choose the spear for a reason. Look at that, reason B. I feel a little tired. No matter how much I try to investigate, I don't feel any closer to the truth. That's probably why I feel this way. I'm feeling strange, feeling that I've never felt before. As if Nagito's trying to make us suffer even after he died. Now's not the time to think about stupid things like that. I haven't even investigated his cottage yet. It's too early to start complaining. If we investigate that place, we might be able to find some kind of clue. Nothing. Okay. Let's head to the first island.